Have you ever wondered about mandibular advancement devices or snoring mouthguards from China? Are they any good? Well, we decided to take a closer look and put them to the test. Curious about the results? Stick around to find out. These days, the internet is flooded with lots of snoring mouthguards from China. They can generally be grouped into 4 main types, which we'll walk you through shortly. It's worth noting that these are, quite literally, no-name products. That means you won't find usually a brand name or manufacturer details on the packaging or in the instructions, which by the way is technically required by law. Still, they are widely available on a number of marketplaces like AliExpress. Let's take a look at each type. Type 1, the basic single-piece device. This is one of the oldest designs on the market. It's a simple single-piece mandibular advancement device. Here's one already fitted. You warm it in water at 70 to 80 degrees Celsius for 15 to 25 seconds, then mold it to your teeth. To make it easier to hold, it comes with a blue clip. The big problem here is the material. In testing, we found it simply isn't pliable enough. I tried it myself, and during the fitting process, the material felt rubbery and it didn't soften properly. This seems to be a recurring issue with Chinese snoring mouthguard, at least in our tests. The material just isn't suitable, it isn't pliable. Type 2, the small U model. Next we have what I'm calling the small U model. Looks like a U, doesn't it? Here it is before fitting. Even after multiple attempts to fit it, I found it nearly impossible to make a proper dental impression. Even after leaving it in hot water for an extended time, it didn't mold well and kept slipping off my teeth. Not great. The jaw advancement is adjusted via a plug-in system. Unfortunately, the instructions don't explain how to use it, but you can figure it out by trial and error. However, I'm skeptical about its durability. The plugs look fragile and may not withstand the forces of jaw movement during sleep. Another issue is that this design doesn't allow any lateral jaw movement, which is essential for avoiding jaw joint pain. Finally, there's the shape. Look at it. Does this resemble the natural curve of a human dental arch? Not at all. The human dental arch is more of an open oval, widening towards the back of the mouth. Most snoring devices, including most Chinese ones, account for this. But this one doesn't, and as a result, it did not cover my back teeth in the test. Let's move on to type 3, the click lock device, as I call it. This mouth guard is also made up of 2 parts, one for the upper jaw, one for the lower jaw, which are firmly fixed together. Each part consists of 2 components, a hard plastic layer and a softer formable layer. This is promising because the softer material can become much more flexible and adaptable. And that was indeed the case during fitting. The soft material became properly pliable and really molded well to my teeth. Excellent! After the fitting process, the 2 components bonded well together. However, I still have concerns that the soft layer could detach over time. You can see it clearly in its unfitted state. The soft component can easily be separated from the hard plastic shell. During testing, the device also felt quite bulky in my mouth and was almost too large for my dental arch. The jaw advancement can be adjusted up to 10 mm of advancement using a rather clunky click lock system. Unfortunately, this device does not allow for any lateral jaw movement. This limitation could potentially cause jaw joint discomfort or pain over time. So finally we have type 4, what I jokingly call the blue tanker. It's visually striking with its bright blue color, yes. However, manufacturers need to be cautious with dyes and plastics as they can sometimes cause allergic reactions. This device also uses a hard plastic base and a softer layer. Unfortunately, the material didn't perform well in our test. Even after being submerged in boiling water for an extended period, it barely softened. It felt rubbery, and the lack of pliability meant it didn't stay anchored on my teeth and kept slipping off. The jaw advancement is adjusted via 2 screws, one on each side. The kit even includes a screwdriver. That's a nice touch. However, the screws were stiff and difficult to adjust. For comparison, the SomniGuard AP2, a device we sell, also uses a screw system, but it's far smoother and easier to use. One more issue with the Blue Tanker is its sheer size. It's massive, really massive, compared to the other devices, more like a bulky tanker than a sleek snoring solution. My take. Unfortunately, none of these mandibular advancement devices, which we tested, really impressed me. Their widespread availability doesn't surprise me though. Chinese manufacturers are known for producing items at very low costs and crucially passing these cost advantages on to resellers. This allows for high profit margins. I estimate that these devices are purchased by resellers for around $1 to $2 each, with the Blue Tanker being slightly more expensive at around $3 to $4. Would we consider reselling these devices? Honestly, no. I doubt that either we or our customers would find them satisfactory. And based on what I've seen, I'd expect a high number of returns and complaints, which would be also a risk to our reputation. What do you think? Have you had any experiences, good or bad, with mandibular advancement devices or snoring mouthguards from China? Let us know in the comments below. See you next time.